When women speak, the world listens. At least when I speak, everybody should listen. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Nigeria. Good morning. Lagos say good morning. Ogun says good morning to the ladies of HerLens. Good morning to the HerLens family. Good morning to the crew of WFM. It's 8 minutes past 9 this beautiful Thursday morning, Thursday, the 23rd of July, 2026. Point seven, and you're about to listen to Highlights. Good morning, Olufumi J. Good morning, Olubukola. How are you this beautiful morning?
I'm good. We've been hanging together since morning, so yeah, it's been good. I really like it when you say, when you start with, when women speak, the world listens, but at least when I speak, the world listens. I'm going to copy that from you or steal it from you. I'm not collecting permission from you. I've taken it.
Just the week is going on fine, and looking forward to, thank God it's Friday and the weekend. And so, Nima and Lufmilayo, how are you doing as well? And of course, we want to connect those that are the back end. We need to celebrate them. They're the ones that are making this thing to roll. So, we want to celebrate everybody to the back end office. Yeah.
Yeah, when she says back end, we're talking Michael, Hillary, Benjamin, Rachel. Thank you so much for all you do for us, making sure that we are able to do this. Also, Women Radio, and our chairman as well, everyone who's responsible to making, allowing Washa on air, and those are the powers that be upper chamber and lower chamber. Yes.
We need to celebrate them.
We do. Thank you so much for that, Buki. Okay, we're just gonna get into it this morning whilst we're still awaiting the other ladies to join us this morning. Okay, the first one, this one, Toke Makim. I think somebody just joined. Hi, Suzanne. Good morning.
Where is she? She's not here.
Good morning, Fumi. Yes, I am. Good morning, Fumi. Good morning, Mambuki. Good morning, Nima.
Wow.
Good morning, family. It's good to be here this morning. It's all cold.
Well, go and take.
Hear me?
Go and take. Yes.
I have not even opened my window today. That's how cold it is here. I didn't put on my fan. First time.
I want to fight with Susan this morning.
Why?
Every day when she comes in, she says, good morning, Fumi. Good morning, Mambuki. Good morning, Mami Binabo. Then good morning, Nima last. Why?
Ma'am Nimat, good morning, Ma. This is me prostrating from the city of Abuja under my duvet.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Okay, let's get into it. Toke Makinwa says, women have no business getting married in their 20s. You don't even know yourself yet. Those who did it are regretting it now. I have so much thoughts, but the first thing I would say is, and I said this very, very carefully, I think that there's a way that you can speak to matters that you haven't really experienced personally that won't come off as you're preaching at people, or that won't come off as what other words? I think that won't come off as somehow, right? I have different thoughts of with regards to this. I didn't get married in my 20s. I got married when I was 30, and it was intentional. It was intentional because I just realized that I don't even know anything that I'm doing in my life. Originally, I wanted to get married at 25. I think because my mom got married at 25. Many of us, I was saying this to a friend last week, I said many of us do things not because we've questioned. If you ask the random girl on the street, why do you want to get married? She's not really asked herself why she wants to get married. Why do you want to have children? She's not really asked herself, do I want to be a mom? Do I have what it takes? Because as a woman, that is just put on you from your childhood, right? So for me, in some way, I would. But I've also seen a lot of women who got married in their 20s, and I admire them. Sometimes I'm envious of them because I'm like, first of all, for me, is that it means that you have, not in all cases, but most times you see that people who get married early have their children early. I like that thing where you see the parents and the kids looking like age mates. I feel like you've gotten all of that done and then you can face life. For me, maybe maybe somebody else will say it differently, maybe a 20-year-old will say it differently. But for me, being that I've experienced getting married at the age I got married, am I glad that I got married at the age? So honestly, sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I should have even gotten married later, because many of us are still trying to figure out our lives. But the ones that I've seen that got married, one of my best friends got married at 21, no, 23. 23, yes, because she's 10 years in marriage. No, 22. She got married at 22, 10 years the next year. And I've watched her and her husband grow together. I was there at their wedding, so I was there from the beginning. I watched them grow together. I've watched them build businesses together. What they did though was hold off on getting having children. But I've also seen people that I have friends who also got married and had their children early. And sometimes I'm just like, honestly, being at my age and dragging an 80-year-old is not really good for my bones. It's not interesting, like running after my children at 40. But imagine if I was like, I had a 20-year-old or I had a 19-year-old. I feel like maybe life will be different. Who knows? But those are like my thoughts on it. But when people come out and make these sort of statements, I feel like it's too broad a statement to make and just categorize it with just one statement to say, I don't think you have any business getting married at age 20. We've seen 20-year-olds that are mature enough to get married and like, you know what, let me get married, let me have my children, so that once I'm 30, I can hit the ball running with my career, as opposed to you being 30 and then starting you're in a career, being 30 and then having children, getting married, now hampers your career. There's pros and cons on both sides, but I'm just going to move to the ladies. Bookie first. What say you?
All right, thank you very much. Can you hear me? I realized that the other device, the network is not.
It's beginning to rain now, I think.
Yeah. Okay, but that's fine. Yeah, you had set the tone. You cannot use your own experience or what you see
absolutely
to generalize. You can only tell me that if you come from a data-driven decision. Give me the statistics.
Yes.
Give me the statistics, then I will believe you. However, let's go back to maybe 20, 30 years, 40 years, even in the days of our mothers, right? Our mothers now, when I talk about our mothers, they should be about 70, 80 now. Yeah, you know. Over the years when they were growing up, they saw what family should be. They saw what the responsibility of the man is. They saw what the responsibility of the woman is. And over the years, you know, because of the communal way of living, they had been initiated, if I can use that word, on how a woman and a man, you know, should be an adult, taking responsibility for the family, getting ready to marry and things like that. So it's inbuilt in them, you know, it's inbuilt in them. So most of them, so once they are done with their career, you know, their BSc or HND, or they start earning a living, right? Something that the next thing they want to do is they want to get married, because why? It has been ingrained in them. They have seen it. So it's automatic. And that's why I found out that some of them even got married at 18, 19, and then early 20s. That even when you are close to 30, they will say, and things like that. It is because of that environment now. Well, let's look at the environment now. I mean, what we see now, people are shifting a bit. You understand? They want to get their careers. They want to make money. They want to be comfortable. All kinds of things are happening in the lives of people. And it's like, you know what? Let me take my time. I'm not in a hurry. That does not mean that if you want to marry in your 20s, you should not. You should not. For me, are you ready? If you are ready, nobody should stop you. Ready means that psychologically you're ready, mentally you are ready, financially you are ready, socially you are ready, spiritually you are ready, physically you are ready. once you are ready for these things, if you're in your 20s, early 20s, hey, go ahead and marry. I got married at the age of 27. So what is she telling me? I know some people who got married at 31. I know some people who got married at 40 and they are regretting. What is she saying?
Yes.
You know, what is she saying? And that's why I said, let her come with statistics.
Yeah.
But for us, as we're discussing this, one of the things I like about us with WFM is we correct the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We say it the way it is. It's an issue of if you are ready for the marriage. Nobody should force you into marriage. Nobody should come under the pretext that, oh, you started working now. Oh, yeah, now next thing to marry. No, it is only if you are ready.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, some people are not ready until their 30s. And some, they are ready. Immediately they are done because why? They've had a healthy relationship when they were in school. I've had people like that they had relationships, when they were in school, and once they were done with NYC, one of them got job, and then the second one also was trying to get a job, and they just feel that, you know what, we are ready for it. We are good. The family members know them. Would you now say because one token said kiniko kiniko, you now say, oh no, let's wait for 30 years? Who is going to do that? It's the issue of if you are ready, and that's what I want to sound.
Yeah.
That you must be ready emotionally, because there is a whole lot of emotions around it. There's sometimes you're not happy. There's sometimes you're happy, and you're already in somebody else's space. So how do you cope? And then of course, when you get married, there are some that will say, I want to wait for children I want to do maybe 5 years or whatever it is. It is your choice.
Yeah.
Sit down together and design your family, guided by God anyway, right? And then there are some that will say, hey, you know what? I just want to have my children so that I'm done by the age of 30, so that I can face my career by 40. Because between 30 and 10, the children will be growing. They will need a lot of
Yeah.
parental presence and things like that. But by the age of 40, the children are already in their secondary school. You understand? Some of them are probably going into secondary school. Yeah. So, I mean, you formed them already. And then by 40, you start your own career. Depending on how you plan it, the most important thing is that plan, sit down and plan before you enter. Don't just enter gullibly because everybody is getting married after NYC. They have a job. And then the next thing is they want to marry. That, I think, should not be right now. It should be more of, am I ready? Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, socially. You understand? Socially. And in terms of even your character, have you built up yourself? And there are some that, hey, you think everything is ready for them. They have a good career, they're making good money. But when you look at them, they're not ready material for marriage. And that is why some of them that even at 30, at 35, when they enter marriage, they're not just ready for it. And the thing crisis. But meanwhile, there are some that have built themselves. Possibly they came from good homes that had stable marriages, and somehow they have been going for seminars, they've read books, they have mentors, you understand, and God bless them with the right partner whose head is also correct. I'm not talking of a man, I said partner. So, there's some women too, their head is not correct.
I
And
love that.
men, their head is not correct.
Both ways.
God bless you, so that you sit down and you plan. I hope I've been able to address that point where people should focus on is an issue of, are you ready? Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. I really, 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 really loved that submission. I'm going to go over to Nima, because I don't even know why I'm going over to Nima, but Nima, what are your thoughts on this? I feel like Nima might share an example of family, but yeah, go ahead, Nima. Why are you rolling your eyes? Yeah.
What she said to me is actually wrong. How do you come out to say people in their 20s don't know themselves yet? I know myself. I'm pained because I'm in my 20s. As a person, I'm not ready to get married.
Mm.
I don't think I am anytime soon. But I have friends who have gotten married now, who have babies, my age mates, and they are doing excellently well. Like
Mhm.
Wookie said, I think it's all about readiness, not the age. And I always say the age doesn't determine your maturity. Yes,
Yeah.
it plays a great role, but your age doesn't necessarily mean you are mature. You see people who get married in their 30s. I know a 35-year-old who got married and she couldn't handle the pressure of marriage. She stepped
Mm.
out.
Yeah.
What would she have to say to that person? But like Bookie said, people who got married in their 20s, they are still in their marriage today.
Yeah.
People who are celebrating their golden jubilee. And when you ask them, how old are you? 70. So 50 years in marriage. Yes, you got married when you were 20. Yes, still strong, you have grandchildren. It's all about readiness. Do you think you are ready? Do you think you can handle the pressures? Because anybody who says marriage is a bed of roses is lying. I'm not married, but I know. Can you handle the pressure? Can you sustain your marriage? Are you emotionally there?
Yeah.
Not the age. And Thatcher saying is like an institution. Those who inside want to get out. I think they should talk about their own perspective from their circle. You see people in marriages. Okay, yesterday for me, what did I tell you? It's not too late. You can get a billionaire. What did you say to me immediately? You are okay with your
Miss
husband.
Viva.
You just want him to be richer. That was what you said. If he can get more, you are chill, you're
I
okay
did.
with your husband.
Yeah.
Is she trying to say that everybody who is married, beg your pardon, wants to leave the institution? People are happily married. If people around you don't like their marriages, then that's their headache. You don't come out. No, really, you don't come out to generalize.
Yeah, you don't.
You speak for yourself. You can't speak for everybody. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
I will say again, the age has nothing to do. Yes, it plays a role, a very great one. But you can't
Yeah.
come out to say people in their 20s don't know what they are doing, that they are regretting it. People very happy in their marriages. It just depends on you, on your character, on your
Yeah.
intelligence, on your maturity. And it differs from individuals. You see 40-year-olds now who are not married but want to get married. I saw a lady's tweet one day and she was like, if she had known the bag she was chasing when she was 20, she would have put it aside and she would have gotten married. Now she has the money, she doesn't have the husband. But I'm not going to say you should abandon your dreams just because you want to get married. I tell myself every day that I have a goal. I have to be in this certain place before I can think of getting married to anybody because I'm looking for soft girl life. So I should be able to afford my soft girl life before saying I want to get married to anybody.
Mm.
Like what we said on the motivational segment this morning, your exposure determines you attract what you are like. I can't say I don't have nothing and I'm
Yeah.
looking to attract someone who will give me soft girl life. I'm playing. So once I feel, see, it boils down to readiness again. Once I feel like, yes, I have this financial security that I'm looking for, why not get married? Even if it's in the next year, even if it's in the next 2 years, there's no big issue about it. But these people, to conclude, people should stop generalizing. Just
Yeah.
talk about yourself and widen your horizon. Don't
Yeah.
say because the people around you hate their marriages, they want to get out of their marriages, means marriage is a prison. It is not a prison. It can be very beautiful. And stop saying people, they should not say people in their 20s cannot get married. People in their 20s, I'm not even going to say our mothers then, because they are on another level entirely. But even now, even among Gen Zs, since everybody always wants to attack Gen Zs, there are Gen Zs who are married. I
Oh,
know,
yeah, they came out early. Yeah.
yes, they came out early. I know someone who has children now, and she's happy with her husband. She got married when she was 21. She's 26 now. Before you know it, she too should be doing 50 years in marriage. Thank you for me.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go back to Susan. I think that what I found is a lot of us project our our reservations, or maybe misguided, whatever it is, we project a lot on other people. Yes, Tuke was married at some point. I don't recall how old she was then. And then I think it didn't end well, basically. And could it be that maybe she's projecting, how like her marriage went sour? Also, does it mean that because of that, I think that when people go through traumatic situations, they carry the trauma with them, and then it colors their lenses, the lenses which they look at life and different things. It's just a worrisome thing, because a lot of young people look up to her. And when you say that, what does that leave in the hearts and minds of these young people? Nima said something that marriage is not a prison. Marriage can be a prison if you marry the wrong person, right? And marriage might not look like a prison if you marry the right person. Marriage is hard work. I think I find that a lot of people are unwilling to do the hard work, because if you do the hard work, you would see the
You would
rewards
enjoy it now.
of it. But yes, Susan, over to you. The number to call: 07000 0800 or 0703 Oh, that's to send your text message to 08155 We are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on the go via our website www.wfm917. Okay, let us go. Susan, over to you.
Thank you, Fumi. Thank you, Nima. Thank you, Mabuki. Thank you for laying the foundation and all of that. And for me, I just want to say that Toke just dropped a provocative statement. That's a podcast. They want it to go. For her to even say she knows people will disagree, blah, blah, blah. You already know you are not coming from a universal understanding.
Yeah.
And like Mambuki would say, as long as me, I deal with data, as long as you are not coming with the figures for me, you are not speaking to me. You are just speaking from your perspective. Now, to the real conversation, the real question should be, are you emotionally, mentally, financially, relationally, and spiritually prepared for marriage? Not the age for me. Because why am I saying this? Because there is no universal age for marriage. There is none. As long as you are above 18. Where we have a problem is when we have people less than 18. That means they are not fully grown. If you are above the age of 18 in Nigeria, come on. And I want to quickly ask, before I move further, if Toke's failed marriage had worked out and she had kids from that marriage, will she publicly come out and still say that same thing? I just want everyone to ponder, because most times people project, like Fumi rightly said, you project your insecurities, you project the things that didn't work out for you on other people. Mind you, that man might be married today and he's doing well with another woman. So what doesn't work for you doesn't mean it won't work for other people. And the truth is, I have seen people marry successfully in their 20s and they are doing well. Others marry in their 30s, 40s, 50s and they struggle. People marry at later age and they struggle. Besides, Toke is not even married. So, I also need those who are listening to understand that, because it's a different thing, to raise a child independently and for you to live with a man. When you are giving certain advice, then I will listen to you wholeheartedly, because age alone does not guarantee a successful marriage for me.
Yeah.
It doesn't work with age. If it works with age, most of them should be in their marriage. Preparation for marriage matters more than age, and that's why I align with Naima. You need to be prepared. There's a lot of pressure that happens in marriage. Are you emotionally mature? I was seeing a movie yesterday, and the way the young lady handled everything, it's a Nigerian movie, the way she handled everything. At the end of the day, that's her husband who, is this person who is drowned in patriarchy and everything.
Yeah.
He was even apologizing to her. What are your communication skills for me? Because I mean, one bad comment can trigger a whole lot. What are your communication skills? What is your conflict resolution skill? A lot of things come to play in marriage. It's not just about age. What is your financial responsibility in this age and era? Nima just talked about so who not like better thing.
You know, like,
Everybody wants this stuff. I mean, let's be honest. Every young person also wants that. And then for someone like me, he might say she's in her, I'm in my 40s and even in my late 40s. I'm not in my early 40s. No. And I'm not married. And it's not because I do not want to get married, but there are so many factors I have to put in. Is that person going to make me feel less because I have a disability? So they feel, oh, they are doing me a favor.
yeah.
Oh, I'm just helping your ministry. There are different factors that different women, look into before they get married.
Yeah.
Do we have shared values and life goals for me? I know what I'm fighting for. And when I have a man who says, no, my wife must not leave the house. You must not just be in store. You must not speak up for this. For me, how will I marry that person? I mean, there is this need for society to reduce pressure on young women. It is wrong because, I mean, whether it is even a man or a woman, I've seen people, even guys in their 20s, get
Person call back.
Okay.
Go ahead, Susan.
So whether you are marrying young or old, or more matured or advanced, any way you want to put it, you do not need to be judged. Your choices need to be respected. I mean, because
There's a
for
caller.
me,
Good morning.
okay.
Hello, good morning. Is the call still there? Hello, good morning.
Okay, please can you call back? The other ladies on the call can't hear you.
So for me,
I couldn't hear well. I don't know why you couldn't hear the person.
okay.
You could hear?
Yes.
Please speak to Michael or Hillary.
So I think marriage is a choice that should be respected, and marriage is deeply personal. What you are looking out for in your own marriage might not be what I am looking out for in my own marriage.
Yeah.
In as much as we want the baby girl life, I do not also want to live the baby girl life and I'm walking on eggshells.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to live on eggshells. I do not want to. I mean, the decision should solely be based on.
We have another call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
I can't hear Mrs. Chigo. It's too well to call us back.
Yeah, I think that the network today is not interesting. Go ahead, Susan, please.
I mean, the decision should be based on your personal readiness. Am I ready to get married? And not on social expectations of fear, or that maybe if you don't get married at a particular stage, you are missing out on something. And the truth is, I also find it worrisome.
I hope you're able to hear me. Good morning.
Yes, we can hear now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. We can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me? Good morning.
Yes. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay. Let me just go with Mrs. A this morning. Please. I have to tell people there is no perfect system anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, I didn't get married. I got married at the age of 28. But me, I won't allow any of my children to get married before 25. The reason being that I want to let them know, I want to see how people where they are. Marriage is beyond you having 6 packs or you having slim body. Marriage is spiritual. So for you to get married, you need to be prepared. For to say 20, I'm talking about age 20 or 21 or so, which means definitely I will not advise. Even as a guy getting married at the age of 20, in scale of 1 to 10, it will be true because maturity is not there. A young girl or a young guy that's graduating at the age of 20 should go into the economy, let her do something, let her be working. Most of them that get married at the age of 20, most of them still depend on their parents. Most of them, I'm not going to say all, most of them still depend on their parents for one advice or the other, for one financial help or the other also. So at the age of 20, 21, 22, a young guy, a young man should go outside, work, a living yourself, the future ahead. Children stop moving. If you want to take care of a child, you will know that you will need money. Because I'm telling you recently, yesterday that the money we paid in September, I'll be with them, we pay that money, are expired now already. 3 months. You need to take care of a child. You need to prepare. Personally, I won't advise my child, female or male, to get married before 25, but from 25, I will see that they have matured. Even if they are out of school and they have found the husband that he wants to marry, to the guy, for your long, please be patient with this girl. Let her be exposed. I don't think she should be doing it. No, that's not the exposure I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Let her mix with people. The way things are done, people. Let her say, even of friends that are gotten married at the age of 2019, let her see the way they are doing. Because affliction shall not rise again. I know what I said. I even got married at the age of 28, not 25, not 20, got married at the age of 28. It was not easy. I was working, and I soft life. I was working, I had a soft life. But when you get into marriage, when children start coming in, you have to start putting them first. And other things, that soft life will be affected one way or the other for you as a mother. Until when they are not balanced, hey. So for me, that's my own submission. That's why I call this morning. I would not advise me personally before 25. Then there is no perfect system anywhere. So actually do it and they succeed. But the box is good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma, for calling. She's speaking from a personal experience, and like we said at the beginning, and you could tell that she's speaking with conviction from what she's saying. And she, at the end, she submitted and said, "Look, there's no perfect system anyway, but based of her own personal experience, she would not advise." I think it was something that we didn't really hit on, which is financial capability and stability, because a 20-year-old, 21-year-old. Well, like she rightly said, where is, like, which life have you lived? I mean, not which life have you lived. How can you're even barely maintaining yourself financially? You now want to add an extra person to it. Yes, we know that there's some 20, 21-year-olds who, by virtue, again, to buttress her point of maybe their family, they get a soft landing and all of that. But I like the varying opinions that we are having. Thank you so much for calling. Susan, you wanted to round off your point. I said that Ibn Abo is here.
Absolutely. So for me, I think it's about choice. Choices should be respected. And that was why we said, we did mention financially, among the different spiritually, emotionally, and other skills that you need for you to go into marriage. So, and I also think that at this point, it's also important for our listeners to also know that we should reduce the pressure we put on women. There's this pressure, let's be honest, on women folks. Society often places so much pressure. We are told to marry whoever because, someone wants us. You too, they do shakara. You have high taste. You have this. Please, it is harmful. It is harmful. Everyone deserves the right to choose who they want to marry, because I mean they are seeing prospects. They are saying that things can work out in the nearest future, about whoever they have decided to marry. The goal at the end of the day shouldn't be to get married before 30 or after 30. The goal should be to build a healthy relationship which translates into a healthy marriage whenever you are truly ready. Readiness encompasses a lot of things, whether it's financial, mentally, spiritual, and otherwise. And it's better for me or Susan, it is better to be prepared at 35 than be pressured at 25. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ibinaba, good morning. How are you?
Latte con. I
didn't even know that you were on because I didn't even see your time. I think you must have joined maybe when Susan was speaking, but then the call came, so there was no. You're welcome.
I heard Bookie.
Oh, okay. I honestly didn't see you. So sorry.
Yeah, she was in very early.
Oh, I didn't see her. So sorry about that.
It's fine. I've been enjoying the ladies' submission. So do I go or do I wait?
Oh no, please go ahead.
Okay, so the ladies have spoken so much. They have made a lot of valid points and all of that. The truth of the matter is the issue or the story or the advice on marriage is not a one-size-fits-all. It is not. For me, I got married in my 20s. And when I say 20s, I mean early 20s. Even while I was married, I still had to go and do some things in school afterwards. So when people are talking about early marriages, I just keep quiet because it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Yeah.
See, a lot of the bulk of this responsibility depends on who you are as a child before you became a 20-year-old. There are some children, they are already 20, and when you have conversation with them, it's like, come, how old are you again? So when you now see such a child, because everybody's getting married at the age of 20-something, that time you go and get married, whether male or female, you are making a huge mistake. Because we're not the same. We are not. I started taking responsibility. I didn't even know, but from what my parents told me, I was even taking responsibility of my older siblings. I was behaving as if I was older than them. So you see, people are different. My older sibling got married. I got married before my older siblings. Not because they were wasting time, but because of my kind of person. And was it easy? I'll tell you no. But because of my kind of person, I could multitask, I could do all of those things. But I promise you, as I am now, it's like, spare me. But then I was like, I could be everywhere at the same time. So if a person now sees me and says, kid, what is there? You know what is there when you enter, Sha? So see, the age one gets married is very personal. I must tell you.
Yeah.
It's very personal. And you see, when I saw Toke and Tacha and what they were saying, I knew that there was going to be flurry of criticism, trailing everything they said. But you see, in everything people say, what is the common sense there? It's not always rubbish. Sometimes out of rubbish, you can pick up some senses and apply.
Yeah.
Somebody can get married. Look at Susan. She can get married next year or even this year and have a fantastic marriage. Somebody can get married at the age of 50. I know somebody who got married at the age of 50.
Yeah.
At the age of 52. And she's very happy. And she didn't stay that long because she was waiting to be properly this and that. Things weren't just working out. Sometimes not getting married on time is not because you want to wait till you make all the billions, but because, from the way you were raised, your values and everything, you have not come across the person who will bring out the best in you. There are some men out there, no matter how well you are raised, if you go and settle down with them, they will pull out. There is a monster in every human being.
Yeah.
That is what Yoruba say, where you have the good part of you and you have the bad part of you. But if unfortunately you set
another call,
the person.
Good morning. The call got cut. Please do us
Uh-oh.
call us back.
Please go ahead, Ibinaba.
Okay, thank you. So there is no perfect time to get married. There is no perfect age. But you see, the problem with families, community members, and everything is that society generally is because a woman's uh, biological fertility
Clock.
period,
Yeah.
yes, is very important. That is the bottom. That is the main reason why women are always pushed. Would you get married? Or think that go and get married, because they know that by the time you get to a certain age, you begin to experience menopause.
Yeah.
And when you get to that stage, getting pregnant is an issue. You begin to need a lot of science and everything and all of that. So you see, bottom line for me is, are you, the ladies have said it all, are you ready? Are you ready? Even if you have money, do you have relationship maturity? Because you need to have that level of maturity to have a sustained marriage. You need to, there are some life experiences that would even also help you. Like, I could take care of babies when my friends are afraid to handle babies, because I'm from a family where my mother also be amogon. So handling babies at very tender age, so I can take care of a baby all by myself. So and then when you want to get married, you already have a job, you are doing well, and you're not overshooting your shoot. You know how to take your life one step after the other. It depends on a whole lot of things, but the bottom line for me is you have to be financially stable. Now, I don't mean you have to be a billionaire, but I mean, what are your plans? How do you want to start off? Are you starting off? Must you be in 2-bedroom? Must you be in a duplex? Must you be in a one-room apartment? All these things you have to discuss.
Very true.
If how you want to start is not there, if you don't have capacity for it, the best bet is to wait. I know a family, if I met her later in life, but she said because of the relationship she had with her man, they got married when they were very young, but they decided not to have children. They were together for over 6 years before they started having. It was deliberate.
Yeah.
They decided to put some things in place.
Yeah.
So you see, the bottom line for me is, how ready are you? Are the basics there? Because there's no way you have everything, but you have the women, like the women have said. Are you financially okay for your standard you want to start off with? Are you, in terms of career and education, in terms of business, in terms of personal growth, you meet some women in their 30s and you have conversation with them. You'll be amazed at their level of reasoning. It is so poor. Such a woman will tell you, I'm in my 30s, I'm ready to get married. And she will go and get married and be messing up. You meet some men, they are in their 30s, mid-30s, by the way, and you ask yourself, are you in your mid-30s? Because the way they even handle issues, their temperament and everything is like they are still teenagers. So are you mature? What is the level of your, reacting to responsibilities?
Yeah.
So there is so much. But I tell you, even at this age of mine, I've been in my first child is in a very, 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 very late 20s into 30s. And I tell you that we are still looking at some things here and there to I mean, on my side, I'm still learning, even as a mother. There's sometimes I will react a certain way and start scolding myself. If a woman who got married in her very early 20s and after about 30 years, she's still telling herself, what is wrong with you? Then tell me what. Nobody will have wisdom and knowledge and understanding before going into marriage. In marriage, you are learning on the job. You are learning every day. But I for you to have a peaceful marriage, there are some things that you should have before you go into it. Is it finances? Is it emotional emotional maturity, mental maturity? So you need to be mature to a certain level. You cannot be like a baby who will hold on to your own thing and you're able to take from another person. Some people are like that. And it is mostly found with women. That's why you hear, my money is my money, my husband's money is our money. Because that is the mindset.
Hey, Ma, where you going to? Where you going to? Where you going to?
Biscuit is my biscuit, or your biscuit is our biscuit. We must share. If you still have that mindset, how do you go into a marriage? You can't be happy. And if your husband continues to tolerate you and tolerate, one day you'll get fed up. And it goes with some men too. They want to control. Oh, no. They don't understand that. It is when you see your marriage as partnership. That is when you can thrive. That is when you can be happy. But when you see your wife as you are the boss, she's a subordinate. So, you know what is obtainable in offices. So if you bring it into your marriage, it's a problem. So bottom line for me is, are you mature? Are you ready? Are you tolerant? Can you persevere? Are you fair in your judgment? Can you see other people's point of view? It's so much, such values you must have. Because with all in this world, if you go and get married to a very selfish, self-centered person, a narcissist, if you like be 50 before you marry, you are in trouble. And I want to say, and that is, you don't have to be married to be a marriage counselor. Sometimes, some people, I know one or two marriage counselors, when I knew that they were not married, I was shocked. Advising from their place of failures. If I knew by then what I know now, if I understood the what, the when, the how, I should have done better. In hindsight, I'm sorry. So you see such a person, you are seeing a single lady, a single mother, what does she know? A man who's unmarried, what does he know? You don't know. Sometimes experience. They are advising from a place of experience, and you will realize that they will advise you appropriately. So the mistake we make is that we believe that it is a woman or a man who has been in a marriage for 40 years that has the experience to advise. Sometimes stay behind and endure. They're not happy. They don't have any good thing to tell you. They'll give you the wrong advice. So the bottom line for me is, you have to be mature. You have to be financially, independent, reasonably. Not that you like the caller said, if you get married at a certain age, you are still going to be the one taking care of the children. As a parent, you'll be supporting them. I don't like that kind of life. I want it that if my child is married, I want to come visit it. I'm bringing stuff to you, not because you are hungry, but because I want to be a good grandma to your children. So you see, it's not a one size fits all.
Yeah.
So people should just go and make sure that before you set on a journey, are you prepared? Have you dotted your I's? Have you crossed your T's before you go on a journey? Thank you.
Thank you so much. On that note, we call it a wrap this morning. Really, really loved the contribution today, the opinions. Thank you so much to the person lady who called us. I really, really loved her perspective on things. With that being said, see you tomorrow on another edition of the day of HerLens, 9:05 tomorrow, which is the last edition for the week. Up next is Radio Doctor. Ladies, do enjoy the rest of your day.